Hey there, killer awesome truckers. I got something here for you. I came across this Reddit post that unfortunately was deleted, but the comments are still there. And let me tell you what happened with this trucker. The title of it is I Got That Phone Call Today. It wasn't like a major accident. It was kind of like an incident. Like this might have been his third incident or something like that. Yeah, there was something to where it was really minor stuff, and he was relatively new. Uh, and you folks know how it is when you're new, you're still trying to figure things out, etc. Well, the basic thing is they sent him, safety sent him something that you are on hold. They sent him back to the terminal and said, you can't do anything for 24 hours until you send us an apology letter admitting that he was sorry, that he did something wrong. So I'll show it here. So I don't know if the post was real or if the person requested it to be moved. I'm surprised that even the comments are here, honestly. But you can see here that it says, sorry, this post has been removed. So I don't know if it was true, if it was crap, or what it was. But let's go through the comments here just so you can get kind of an idea. I would use that 24-hour hold to find another carrier. 100% my carrier terminated me for some BS, and now no one will touch me for a year. Okay, so the guy was wondering if he should quit or if he should hold out. Okay, so the original poster of what happened. So yeah, this person is like, yeah, I wish I started applying the second my driver leader told me to head to the nearest terminal. Not sure if I will ever get to drive again. Original poster, if you think you are done, jump ship immediately. Someone else will take you in a heartbeat. If you get fired, things can get real difficult. Edit, just reread your post and saw you were doing, okay, almost 15 over the speed limit. Yeah, so it was like 55 and he was going like 70, but he didn't have, so okay, so there was no accident. They called him in because he was going 70 instead of 55. I'm not saying that's right. I know there's a lot of truckers that do it anyway, but that's why safety had called him in and saying, you better apologize. You need to write an apology note, which, what the heck is that? You know, I swear these companies treat truck drivers like they're children. Not to say there are some that act like children, but anyway, here's another one. Unless you're making stupid, crazy money, I'd be looking for a new employer. Sounds like they're busting your balls. An apology letter to safety. They can't be serious. Don't be doing that dumb stuff anymore. Slow down. You're risking everyone to get nowhere faster. Your job, your career, maybe even your life or someone else's can all be poof, gone in an instant. You don't want that. Slow down. Enjoy the drive. Let everyone else rush. Another, why would you put into writing that you broke the law? People don't realize that posting on Reddit and writing an admission of guilt to safety is like pulling both triggers. See, I'm wondering if maybe that's why it was removed. Maybe the poster, it's not like he put his name or anything, but maybe he decided to have it taken off. I don't know. An apology letter. Take the truck to the terminal, get all your stuff out, and tell your boss your apology letter is in the truck, and just get the piece of paper and write F you and leave it on the driver's seat. So I was like, make it toilet paper. Used inside a Walmart bag that's loaded and about to rip. Someone at the office is having a good belly laugh over this. Ignore it, and if they ever bring it up again, ask them where to drop the truck. Hello, dispatch. Please route me to the nearest terminal. WTF do you mean you're going oh, that's right. So they were saying you need to write an apology letter or you're going directly to jail. Yeah. That's what I mean, at first I'm like, has any company actually done something like this? Is he just playing around? Is that why the posters are moved? I don't know. Have you folks heard of anything like this? It's crazy. Some replies on that one. He better CC that apology letter to Trump for a pardon. I wouldn't make too much a fuss about it. Blah, blah, blah. He's not going to jail. The truck is. Like the literal machine he drives will be sent to jail for 60 days. Yeah, beyond silly threat when I read that. Since when does dispatch have arrest authority? They can't have you arrested. They can shut you down for 24 hours. They can fire you for violating company safety policies and endangering public motorists. They cannot dock your pay, short your miles, or get you arrested. Let's be real here. They can short your miles. They don't have to tell you they're shortening your miles. All they got to do is say, well, we just don't have any loads right now. How are you going to know? Unless you are an owner-operator with access to a load board, you're not going to know if there's loads or not. Oh, we just don't have anything. So, yeah, they can shorten your loads and just not tell you what's really going on. I mean, honestly, do you believe them? Do you really trust them? I sure as hell don't. Someone in the company is either having a huge laugh at your expense or is way too big for their britches. If it was some peon dispatcher, tell them to piss off and get you moving on another load or route you to a terminal so you can turn the truck in. Their choice. Watch what happens. They'll either double down and force you to quit or they'll back off. Do not ever put anything in writing to them. They will use it against you. Tell them to either F off and give you your next load or give you the 24-hour shutdown and use it to find a new company, or tell them to immediately route you to the nearest terminal. I don't even think I would go that far. If a company is going to is going to put you in a situation like this, the writing's on the wall. Just get to the nearest terminal. Don't tell them. Just find your way to the terminal. Get your stuff out. Because if you say anything while you're out there about, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to turn the truck in, they will fire you and abandon your ass out there. Okay, there might be a few companies that don't do that, but a lot of them will. I mean, there's been plenty of stories of truckers that have been just abandoned out there and trying to find their way home. So don't say anything that you're going to leave. Don't give them a 2-week notice. Don't give them a week notice, because you know what? They don't give a damn about you. So if you're planning to quit, just do what you need to get to your home terminal, get everything out, and just say, hey, you know what, this ain't working out. Because you know what, they're not going to give you a notice. And you know that with all these trucking videos that have come out, especially with like Mother Trucker, and these truckers that don't get any notice whatsoever, and sometimes they're routed to the terminal, other times their gas card is shut off, and someone's going to go out and pick up the truck. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff. So they're not going to do you the courtesy, so don't do them the courtesy. Just don't abandon the truck somewhere. That's a blackball offense in this industry. You'll never get another good trucking job with an abandoned truck charge on your driving record. Yeah, so you don't want to do that. You're asking about your record? Yeah, on your permanent record, they also know you picked your... Well, I don't know what all that is. Well, they're certainly treating you like a child here. Start looking elsewhere. Yeah, exactly. Slamming through a corner at 68 with my windshield wipers on right in front. So, okay, there's a quote right there. That was from the original poster right there. So you see what he did? He went 68, windshield wipers on, in front of a 55-mile-per-hour sign. 15 over on a corner in the rain, snow, maybe a career change isn't such a bad idea for you. I'm sorry that this is such a crap company to work for. Go F yourself. Love, your name. Then find a different job. So he's just saying, here's what you write for your apology note. Bro, even the most anal carriers I've ever seen give you a verbal finger wagging before speeding. Find a new carrier and, whatever. Oh, that's right. He's with Swift. I forgot about that. That's what I wanted to mention, is that this guy said he was with Swift and they told him that he needs to write an apology letter. No, I've had incidents. Hold on. Honestly, I don't know how I didn't get fired from Swift. It must have been my driver leader. My driver leader must have been looking out for me, because I've had at least 3 incidents when I was driving there, driving for them. There was one, and it's all in my vlog, the Killer Awesome Trucking series. So one of them was, I was in a tight parking lot, and I tried to get around a light post, and the trailer caught it. It didn't make the light post go down. It hit the cement part, and it kind of tore up a little bit of the bottom of the trailer. It really wasn't that bad. But it was after that I learned, okay, use satellite view. We weren't doing that with my mentor. So, I was just going based off of what I was trained. And he didn't train me to use a satellite map or anything like that. But I did after that. The other one, I was in a tight area trying to back a trailer into a spot. Now, I didn't back into anything. And some of you may know this. This is in Golden, Colorado at the, is it Coors? I think it's the Coors beer thing. They have you put a trailer in a really tough area. It's really small, and they want your tandems to the back. And you can't, they won't let you go into the place until your tandems are into the back. And so I'm going through there, and I'm thinking, well, I don't have a choice. So I'm trying to maneuver the thing with the tandems to the back, and I'm not hitting anything, and I'm looking at my mirror. But what I wasn't looking at was the front of my truck, because I was turning the truck to get it to jackknife a little bit more to swing it into the spot. And as I was turning the truck, the fender mirror caught the edge of another trailer, because these trailers, they're all not even. It's like some are sticking way out and some are back, and so yeah, it caught the edge of another trailer. It didn't damage it at all, but it broke that fender mirror. It was no big deal, but that was a second incident. And third incident, there was burning up my brakes going down I-70. It was during the winter. There was snow on the side. We were trained that, during the winter, if there's snow and ice, don't use your Jake brakes. And then later I learned that, yes, you can use your Jake brakes. You have to use your Jake brakes, just not on the full setting. First of all, you don't go from a fast speed to a slow speed, because you will could very well likely jackknife. You have to slow down first to a controlled speed, and then you use your Jake brake on setting 1. You don't flip it all the way to 3. You use it on setting 1, and you start controlling your speed. So you start going down a little bit faster. You keep it between that 5-minute above and below of your target, and then if it goes faster, you turn it on to setting 2, let it slow, turn on. If you do it right, you don't even have to use your foot brake. And I learned that during a snowstorm in what was it, going from Idaho into Oregon, where the Dead Ends Pass is at, and I got a video of that too. But yeah, so and it was just like a day or before that, there was a Swift driver that had jackknifed because they used their Jake brake. So naturally, I'm thinking during that time, well, crap, I don't know what's going to happen if I use the Jake brake. There's snow on the side and everything, and it's kind of wet. That might be, black ice. I wasn't sure. I mean, I was brand new. I didn't know what these, trucks were capable of doing or not capable of doing. So I'm sitting there, going down, and you know how it's going west. There's some steep stuff, and it was right where that tunnel is at, right where that first tunnel is at. And yeah, I'm trying to slow it down with the brakes, and of course it's burning. And I wound up running out of air. I was slowing down, but I was getting off, and I had to use the emergency brakes, and I stopped just before I went into an intersection. But the thing is I burnt the brakes, so that could be considered a third incident. And then there was a fourth incident, because, and that's on video, because I was trying to make a right turn. I was going to the Atlanta, Georgia terminal, and I was trying to make a right turn, and I didn't look to see where my tandems were when I was turning, because I thought, okay, I'm making a right turn and I'm using the opposite lane to try to get around. But there was a car there, or a car came up, and I'm like, well, crap, you need to back up or something. So then I try to complete the turn, and then the wheel went off the corner, and there's like a ditch right there. And so the trailer, it did not fall over, but it tilted and it rested up against a what do you want to call it, a power pole. It was wood. I'm surprised it didn't break, because it was a completely heavy load with beer. Another beer load. I always had the worst luck with those things. So they had to get a tow truck and stuff. So, I mean, that could be considered an incident. There was a fifth time that I don't think that would have been an incident, because I was trying to back a trailer into a spot, and there were two spots. They're at an angle. I figured, oh, that should be no problem, right? But there's a reason why those two spots were empty, and that's because there was another truck on the other side, or another trailer on the other side, that was sticking out much further than the others. So when I started getting it in there, it wasn't quite right. I needed to pull out. I was going to pull out, maybe find another place, but it was full of tires, and the weight caused it shifted and caused the trailer to tilt. Not a lot, just enough to where I couldn't I couldn't get out, not without the trailer hitting the other trailer on the opposite side. So I had to have a tow truck come out there. I had to disconnect, and I had to have him pick up the trailer and just shift it over, and then hook back up and then go park it. So I don't know if that would have been considered an incident or not, considering that they could have made it one. But the thing is that I wasn't fired, and this guy, it's just, I don't know, it's just weird. And this guy like had his third incident was just speeding, is all that was, and he's being told he's got to write an apology letter. I mean, that's crazy. So I don't know. Has anyone come across this? For those of you that are with Swift, have they ever demanded an apology letter from you? That maybe he was making it up. I don't know. Do not admit anything in writing. This is a setup. They've already made the determination to terminate you. This letter just serves to cover their butt against any unemployment claims and to serve as a basis for any derogatory information added to your DAC. And by the way, just in case, I did have my DAC report pulled, and there's nothing on it. So, I'm good if I decide to go back into trucking. Straight to jail sounds like BS to me. I think the cop would have put you in jail if there was one. Your carrier can't do that. Forced apologies are never sincere. I'll be in the minority, I guess, but maybe stop speeding. If you regularly speed like that, and then, for goodness sakes, get off the road. Man, if you don't tell them to eat something, admit nothing, get a lawyer. Quit, give your 2 weeks notice, or however. Yeah, don't do, like I said, don't give a 2 weeks notice. Just quit. Don't apologize and don't let them fire you, especially for speeding that much. Don't put anything in writing. They'll use that against you. At the end of the day, we're just numbers. We're all replaceable. Yeah, that is very true. Heartbeat in the seat. Heard we just hold the steering wheel and make diesel disappear. Please, under no circumstances, ever write such a letter. I got pulled in for drinking a Celsius? I think the camera caught me drinking. Got pulled in for a breathalyzer test. The heck is a Celsius? Okay, so this is a Celsius. It's an energy drink. That's interesting. Cherry cola. Clinically proven to accelerate your metabolism, transform your workouts. What the heck is wrong with this? Oh, I wouldn't drink it, but I mean, what the heck is wrong with this? All products. So they've got peach, apple, pear. That sounds good. Guava, berry, watermelon, mango, passion fruit. Does this? Oh, this slides. Look at how much they got here. Cola, grape rush, peach, mango, cherry cola, kiwi, strawberry, watermelon, lemonade. And there's this stuff here. Blue raz lemonade. This is a lot. I didn't think they'd have that much. Then there's these Celsius Essentials. Energy. These are things that you put in your water. So he got pulled in for drinking a Celsius. It doesn't have alcohol, though. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe don't do illegal things. Did you get a traffic citation for speeding? Usually the carrier keeps the letter in your file, and in case of an audit, they tend to present that as some of the measurements that they take with drivers. Some give you a warning, and you can keep driving for them. Others might let you go on the first offense. Don't ever admit to anything, especially in writing. Just to clarify, are we talking an actual speed limit sign, or are we talking a yellow horizontal alignment sign? Triaxle drivers get an attaboy for that. Whatever. If you are at a mega carrier, just apply to another mega carrier and quit right now. They need you, not the other way around. They don't really need drivers. It's a revolving door. They're just going to get new drivers in and new drivers out. And that's how they operate. I remember when me and my ex-wife drove together, we started at Schneider because she had no experience, and their safety tried to tell me some crap, similar like taking a corner too fast or something stupid, and said I was returned to the terminal for out of service, and I said, no problem, where do I park the truck? And do you need anything before I quit? My driver manager called and asked if I was quitting, and I said, yeah, since I'm coming back to the terminal anyway. And they reversed it quick, said, oh, never mind, just don't do it again. I wouldn't go by that, though, honestly, because they are not desperate for drivers. They've got plenty of people. I mean, truck stops are still full and packed, so there's plenty of drivers out there. If you didn't get a ticket by police, then I'd highly recommend that you quit right now and find another job. If you're not making at least $100,000 a year, tell them that yeah, right, at Swift, come on now. Definitely wouldn't put it in writing. Another carrier will take you. When I was a rookie, I had to deliver to a neighborhood grocery store. It was very tight to get behind the store. I ended up hitting a curb and going over it with the passenger steer tire into some gravel. Sometimes you can't avoid that because it is too tight, and the only way to get in there is to go over a curb. I immediately called dispatch, who for whatever reason forwarded me to the shop, who then told me to try going forward and backwards with the truck, which just dug it in deeper. It sounds like he got stuck a little bit. Eventually, a wrecker had to come lift the front of the truck over the curb. It was a stupid rookie error, but my company made me go to my terminal, write an apology letter, and speak to safety corporate on the phone. Okay, so this guy was told to write an apology letter. So stupid. That is so stupid. One of the guys was saying, my family is on these roads. How do I know you're not going to hurt them out there? All he did was go over a curb. I would write, the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects people from being forced to incriminate themselves. This is known as the privilege against self-incrimination. And in closing, I didn't do anything wrong. Quit before they get a chance to fire you. Speeding like that in the rain is a big safety issue for them. A 24-hour hold is normal. Threatening to send you to the authorities, something they won't do, is not. Wait a second, was it a speed cam? How do they know you were speeding? Or the screenshot off of a dash cam? If former, then you pay the ticket and that's pretty much it. If latter, then you don't write no apology to anyone. If they pressure to fire you over a photo, you can always blame it on a technical issue. Device malfunctions, yada yada, don't admit to anything, plead the fifth, blah blah blah. This is a troll post, right? See, and that's why I'm wondering if why this thing was removed. This was a bit ago. You can see from here, it was like 10 days ago, and I just didn't get around to doing it. And now that I've gone to it, now the post is gone. I tried to pull it up like on the Internet Archive, and it didn't want to pull up. So, anyways, but I think you're getting the idea just from these responses. Don't speed more than 5 miles per hour. Yeah, tell that to all the truckers out on the road. They'd go much faster than that. Sounds like your job is getting you to write your resignation letter. Get another job. You didn't get a speeding ticket. Your record is clean. Don't write jack. This has to be a crap post. Can't be real. Once again, I wonder if that's why it was removed. Maybe he really was trolling. But then that other guy said he was forced to make an apology letter, so I don't know. They can put anything they want on your DAC record if they report to DAC. As far as your license, they have no authority to do anything there. Straight to jail? An apology letter? Ha ha ha. I have learned after 3 years of driving this industry sucks. I learned that before. I learned that within my first year. We do not deserve the amount of blame we receive. I have learned a lesson to never speak to your coworkers about crap. They will stab you in the back 7 or 8 times out of 10. Just have ChatGPT write you the letter, but tell it to do it in such a way that it's not legally binding. We got to try that. Hold on. We're gonna try that. That should be interesting. I see what you mean. Here's a revised version. Oh, they made this one short. I appreciate the opportunity to address this matter. I understand that safety is a top priority at Swift, and I remain fully committed to following all the guidelines, etc. I take my role as a professional driver seriously and always strive to operate my vehicle responsibly. I recognize the importance of continuous learning and awareness on the road, and I will continue to focus on safe driving habits in all conditions. I appreciate the support and resources Swift provides to help drivers maintain high safety standards. Please let me know if there are any additional. Oh, okay. Now I remembered some of the other stuff that he said. That's right. In the post, he said if they don't like his apology letter, he's going straight to jail. So the ChatGPT thing probably wouldn't have worked because they clearly want, oh, I'm so sorry that I did this. That's what they want. So using ChatGPT wouldn't have done anything. Although I thought this was interesting. I thought we got an interesting response from that. But anyway, I don't think we need to read anymore. What do you folks think about this? For those of you Swift drivers out there, have you had anything like this where they say you need to write an apology letter or you're going directly to jail? How about anyone else? Have you been in any carriers that have done something like that? And as far as you Swift drivers out there that are new, or maybe you were new, how many incidents did you have during your first year? Did you have like maybe one or two? Because I've read on more than one occasion that they've done a 3 strikes and you're out. And the thing is, and this is really irritates the crap out of me, is that driving a truck is not easy. Backing a trailer is not easy. I mean, you are not going to be this big time super trucker pro within your first year, or your first few months for that matter. You're still trying to figure things out. And unless you had a mentor that covered every single possibility that you will encounter out there, you're going to come across some situations that you're not going to know what to do. You'll try one thing, a lot of it is trial and error. And then sometimes you just wind up, maybe hitting something or bumping into something. And, a lot of truckers out there will say, well, that's just part of the business. You're going to hit a few things, you're going to learn. But some of these mega carriers don't care because they are a revolving door, getting people in, taking people out. And especially if you go through their academy and you're on the line for like $8,000, $9,000, which is I think that's where Swift is getting all their money from, is from the academy, because all they have to do, because they know that these new drivers are going to have incidents within their first year. And if they get let go within their first year, they're on the line for that academy. So, I mean, think about it. If you've got a class every single week and you're bringing in, let's just say even 5, all right? 5 times 9,000 is 45,000. Do that. That's one day. No, I'm sorry. That's one week. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that's 1 week. 45,000, and then multiply that by 4. You got yourself a chunk of money right there, and then add into it whatever they get for their contracts and stuff, and then there's the lease purchases where they sucker these drivers into doing these leases, and they're basically making the payments for them as far as the truck payment. So there again, these companies do this. They know what they're doing, and I'm not saying it's right, but they know what they're doing to take advantage of drivers as much as possible. Now, I've mentioned in another video that I am thinking of going back to Swift as a lease operator, but the goal is not to own the truck. The goal is to get experience, a little something behind me in regards to what it's like to lease and use a load board and stuff like that. And then take that experience and then go and get my own truck outside of Swift, whether it's purchasing or leasing, but it's outside of Swift. That way I can get the truck that I want to get, not whatever Swift has. And we'll do another video as far as what I would like to get, but I want what I want. I mean, if I'm going to be paying for a truck, I'm going to want one that I want. I don't want some pissy ass truck just because I just happen to, you know what I mean? You know, if I'm going to pay, you know, hundreds of thousands of, okay, maybe it's not that much, tens of thousands of dollars for a truck, I want something that I want, something that I'm going to be comfortable with being out on the road weeks or months at a time. So that's just me. Some other people are just, they're fine roughing it on the road. Oh, I'm a burly old man, I'm going to rough it out on the road. Yeah, that's what a real trucker does. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, that's a whole conversation for another time. But anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments. Have you had anything ridiculous like this? Let me know your experiences. And we'll see you in another video. Have a killer awesome day.